Welcome back, fragrance lovers out there on YouTube. Thanks for joining me here on my channel today. Stephen Sturgill, and I will be your host for the next several minutes, hopefully. Don't tune out. Guys, today we're taking a look at something that Mark Robes08 out of Canada, much love, Mark Robes08, for turning me on to this bad boy here. I don't know if the camera can focus. Almost got it. Come on, focus. Man, autofocus not working too well today. Anyways, Fendi. Sorry that the camera is not, it's just being very obstinate today. Sorry. Anyways, maybe you can see it there better a little bit. Those tiny little bitty letters. Anyways, this is a decant. Do not want to go in anyways. Any more whole bottle, whole hog, just blind buying, guys, is not the ticket, especially when you stop dropping, in excess of $150 a bottle. Unless you just got money to burn and have just no need of that cash at all. I mean, even if you do, do you really want to just rack up an entire room with bottles that you're really not going to, enjoy that much? I don't know yet what this smells like. This is going to be the first time I've ever put my nose on it. So this is the Pour Homme, or For Man version. The women's version dropped first back in 2011, I believe. I think it's either 2010 or 2011. Fendi obviously founded in 1925 by Eduardo and what's her name? I forget the wife's name. I'll just say Fiona, but I know it's not Fiona. Eduardo and Adele, and they ran initially for another shop in Via del Plebiscito, Roma, and went on through the family members. And Karl Lagerfeld joined Fendi in 1965, becoming their creative director for fur and also for women ready to wear. Launched in '77, and then Silvia Venturini Fendi, daughter of Anna, joined in '94 and is the current, I think still current, creative director for accessories and men's lines. So I would think she probably has a little bit of creative overview of these fragrances. And back in '01, they became a multinational luxury fashion brand and member of the LVMH group. Started using drones in 2014, apparently, for its catwalk fashions, showing those. And in 2015, they founded the restoration of the Trevi Fountain in Rome, holding the company's 9th anniversary show over the fountain using a plexiglass floor. That is really all interesting, but just side little footnotes. Let's get into the fragrance. I believe this had 3 noses on it, if I'm not mistaken. It had Francois Demachy, Delphine Lebeau. Her last name is, I think, Polish, but I could be wrong. Doesn't list it here. Let's see. I just had it queued. Where did it go? Ah, yes, Delphine Lebeau, Kraviak, and then Benoist Lapuzza. So Lapuzza and both Demachy have done a lot of, I think they've both done a lot of Dior stuff and Fendi stuff. I have quite a list between them. Let me check real quick. I don't want to be missing. Benoist, I did some stuff for Kenzo, Mauboussin, Pierre Cardin, quite a few others. Not the biggest list I've ever seen, but did a lot of stuff for Alessandro Duini. Am I saying that right? It's like a pretty cool line. And then, of course, Delphine Lebeau, Kraviak, has done a lot of Fendi stuff for women. She did some Mauboussin, some Le Parfum de Rosine, some Yves Rocher, some Salvador Dali. That's about it. So anyways, three noses on this. And of course, Demachy's he's done Sauvage. He's done Dior Pour Homme, Dior Pour Homme Sport, a bunch of Christian Dior. I think he may have even done the Jupe or Yoop, if I'm not mistaken, and on and on and on and on. Too many. We're not going to list all that here. We'll be here for an hour or something. Let's get into the notes. So this is supposed to be sort of a aromatic, woodsy, freshy with some leather animalics thrown in for a bass effect. So bass, in fact, is leather. It may have something else in there. I'm not sure. Heart notes are going to be basil, cardamom, red pepper, and softwoods, whatever that means. I'm picturing pine and cedar or something resinous or dry. And then top notes are, I believe, lemon, orange, and some lime, but I could be wrong. It just says citrus, so it could be almost anything. Let's get into it. I don't want to talk about what I'm expecting. Let's talk about what I actually got. Bam, bam. I don't want to spray the neck. I may not like it. Okay, right off the base, I'm getting the cardamom blast along with the red pepper, some basil, a little bit of leather. It's already coming through. Softwoods and citrus. Woo! That is pungent. Wow. That is very, very fragrant. By the way, guys, this is discontinued, as Mark previously pointed out. Do not think you can just go casually to your discounter and pick this up. Not going to happen. You're going to have to do some digging and some searching and maybe a little praying if you want to find a bottle of this stuff. It is out there, but it is getting scarcer as we speak. Okay, well, yeah, there's a little bit of animalic something in here. First impressions are not looking fantastic. It's just not what this nose is searching for, if that makes sense. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but it's really not at all precisely what I'm looking for in a Italian fragrance. I'm wanting something smooth and luxurious, macho, just very, very pleasant, that just tickles the senses. I do want smoke. I do want leather. I do want musk. I do want maybe a little patchouli, a little incense wouldn't hurt. I do want some citrus. I don't mind some things like I love cardamom. I think pink pepper would have been a nicer note than red pepper, but it's quite possible the dry down will improve, guys. I can't speak to that too much because that will take a while. But it's got this funkiness to it that I tend to not like, and quite a few niche fragrances that I've already put my nose on. You might fall in love with it. For me, it's just not really up my alley as much as, for example, say, let's see, like this guy, Agar Musk. This is just next level. It's just, it has to be smelled to be believed. And quite frankly, even something like, and I like CH Men better, but even CH Privé is a much more easier wear. It's much more pleasant to wear than this, but I don't know. It does seem to be improving a little bit. So it's improving, but not enough to really sway me. I don't know. This reminds me a lot of what I was getting from the Bogart Pour Homme. This has some funky trail notes in it as well, and something animalic as well, and just something I can't put my finger on or my nose on literally. That is just it's like a funky herbal leather something. I can't. It's just it's unpleasant. Whatever it is, I don't know. I would much rather rock La Yukawam from House of Versace. I would much rather rock almost any of the Bulgaris, almost any of the Ferragamos. Now, having said that, it is still improving just a bit. But I have two little issues with it. One is that I can already tell that the projection isn't great. This is nowhere near a beast mode frag. And again, the notes really aren't what this nose is looking for. It's not bad. It's not great. By my standards, it's not even very good. I can kind of see why it went out of production. I would recommend you buy a sample if you're gonna sample this fragrance before you pull the trigger on a full bottle, especially at the current prices that it's going for. So, with that, we'll wrap it up. This is a cannot recommend at this point, but I may or may not post an update if the dry down changes dramatically. If you see no update, that means nothing changed. So don't panic. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. If you like, subscribe, hit the bell for future updates, and I will see you guys next time for a different fragrance review. Spray often, spray well, live life on your terms, not anybody else's. It's your life. Peace. I'm out.